we're going to look at the choreography for Video Drill the Radio Star, which is part of the flash mob, which is going to take place on the 7th of May in Northampton Town Centre. Now it's with Northampton County Council, and it's raising awareness with the Disability Partnership of iPods for Dementia, which is an amazing cause, and there should be a little link on the bottom of your page right now, so you can go and have a little look to see what it's all about. So this is going to be near the start of the flash mob, where we kind of gather a few more people from the crowd to just join in with the dance. So there are a few things that you'll need to know first. So first of all, if you haven't checked with your GP if you're okay to dance, perhaps you should do so. There are certain medical conditions where you just need to check it in with your GP. So the other thing is that you should be nicely warmed up before you do this. So ease out your shoulders, ease out your feet, do a little bit of jogging on the spot for a minute or two. Then when you're ready, we're going to look at some dance moves. So the first dance moves we're going to do is we're going to stand in dance posture. So we have our feet about hip width apart here. We soften the knees. We think tail down. So we just engage our stomach muscles just to allow it to happen, and we lengthen out to the waist and circle our shoulders back and down. So just showing this from the side. So feet are hip width apart, so it's about 4 to 6 inches. Feet are hip width, knees are soft, and we're just allowing ourselves to just flatten into that lower back by pulling our tummy in a little bit. We lengthen out to the waist and we're circling the shoulders back and down. And then the head, we just want to let it be nice and free going up to the ceiling there, so lengthening in the back of the neck. So the first move that we're going to do, I'll show you from the side because it's easiest, is we just take one foot in front of the other up onto the wall of the foot there. And you see that this leg has gone a little bit straighter, so we just want to make sure that the knee softens there. We keep that tummy pulled in. We're going to raise our hip bone and we use our waist to do that, and then we're going to firmly drop the hip down to the floor. So use your waist to lift your hip up, firmly drop it to the floor, and you'll notice here that my heel stays lifted as I do this. So if I were to drop the heel with this, I would lose the emphasis in the hip, doesn't look so good. So I'm going to keep that heel lifted if possible there. Then if you feel comfortable, add in some arms, but leave the arms if you need to. So we take one arm up like so, the other hand is drawing your attention to your hip there. Basically saying, look at this beautiful bottom I have, and you're firmly dropping your hips straight down there. Lovely. So we'll do the same now, but on the other side. You might find it a bit more difficult on the other side. So we take the foot just slightly in front like so, and we soften into the supporting knee, using our waist to lift the hip, firmly dropping that down. And the hand is saying, look at this beautiful bottom. And if I show you from the front, that's what it looks like. And to change, we just take one foot in front of the other, like so. So there will be a little bit of a moment later on in the choreography where I'm going to ask you to just pivot around like so. And when we pivot, we just want to release your heel just a little bit, so you can just slide yourself around on the ball of your foot. And that's how we do our little pivots around where our hip drops. So that might take a little bit more getting used to that one. So the next move that we have is a hit. So I want you to imagine you've got out your power, you've got loads of shopping in your hands and the Jordan latch. So all we need to do is soften knees, tail down, tummy engaged, whack our hip across to shut the door, and we do the same on the other side. So we're just pushing the hip across to the side. So the secret with this is all on the knees here. So if you look at them there, they're soft, and then they push across, so this one just straightens a bit. Pushing across the side, that one straightens a bit. So just pushing out onto the side with that. Okay, so the next one we're going to look at is a robotic move. So we're just going to bring our arms up like so, with the palms facing inwards. So we're framing our face. And we're going to contract into our obliques at the side. So we're just going to lock, and then lock again. And we do the same on the other side. Lock, lock. So you just want to try and feel really robotic with this. So it's just squeeze, 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 squeeze. Yeah, you might feel a bit daft, but hey. Good stuff. Okay, next move, kind of 70s, 80s disco dance step. We're thinking about taking our left foot behind our right foot, and as we do so, we're just going to bend the knee just a little bit. So we open the feet out, so we're stepping onto the left, we take the right foot behind, and we touch like so. So we open, and we touch, we open, and we touch. So it's just thinking, stepping to the side, bending the knees, and just touching. So when that feels okay, have a little go at the hands. So like I say, hands are always a little bit more complicated, so leave them for the time being if you need to. We're basically making a little fist with our hands and just holding the thumb and the first and the hands to the side. So I've gone to the right, my hands have gone to the right, the left foot has gone to the right. Straighten up at the top of the loop here. So centre, both feet central, and then we come down to the side. So right foot is to the side, going behind the left foot, and the hands are to the left. So it's open, we go to the right, open, we go to the left. So the confusing bit here is it's your left foot going to the right, and the right foot going to the left. But once you get your brain around that, it gets easier. But until then, it can be a little bit weird. So if I show you the front view so you can see that. So we're just going up, so we're going across to the top, cross, like so. But don't worry too much about it. If you just need to just swing the hands from one side to side, that's just as good. Lovely. Okay. So another move that we're going to do, probably again from the 70s, but actually it goes further back than that, if you find it interesting, etc., is tiger feet. So, tiger feet, we're thinking about crossing the left foot over the right, crossing the right foot over the left, opening out with the left, opening out with the right. So we cross left, we cross right, we open left, and we open right. Cross, cross, open, open, cross, cross, open, and open. Now we do this on the other side as well later on in the choreography, so we can just start with our right foot. The right foot crosses over the left, left foot crosses over the right, we open with the right, we open with the left. So we're thinking cross, and cross, open, open, cross, cross, open, open. Now as we do that, we're going to have this beautiful movement with our hands coming around our head like this. And don't worry if it just looks too complicated. We'll break it down for you. So the first thing we're going to do is just think of one hand, and we have the fingertips to the floor as it comes up, and then the fingertips to the ceiling as it comes down. So we're just brushing around the head. So thinking fingertips to the floor as you come up, to the ceiling as you come down. I'll try it with the other hand. To the floor as you come up, to the ceiling as you come down there. And there's actually only going to be two moves, so we just do one round and then the other, like that. So it's not as quick as I showed you before. And it's the same hand as foot, what we step onto. So if we're stepping with our left foot first, our left hand comes over the head. Stepping onto the right, and our right hand comes over the head. And we're just going to bring the hands down. So we're just thinking cross, cross, open. Cross, cross, and open. So we'll just do the same, but for the right this time. So starting with our right foot, cross with your right arm, cross with your left arm. Ooh, wasn't good enough. So crossing with the right, crossing with the left, and open. And crossing right, crossing left, and open. 1, 2, and open. Now the first time that we actually encounter that, we're not going to bring our hands down, we're going to bring our left hand to our hip and just mirroring you here, and the other hand to the heart across like so. So we'll just turn around, this is what it's going to look like. We're going to come back to here. So we cross with the left, cross with the right, left hand comes onto your hip, right hand comes onto your heart, and we go into our hip drop position. So we're thinking cross, cross, left hand to hip, right hand to here, and we go into the hip drop position. So the hip drop here is going to be a combination hip drop where we're going to bend into our supporting knee a bit more and then come back up again. So it's called a sidey hip drop. So we bend the supporting knee, I'll show you from the side here, bend the knee and then come straight back up again. Now as I come down, notice I'm not letting my bottom go back. So I'm imagining I'm sliding straight down the wall here and then coming straight up again. Now if your knees do not like this, don't even do this, just do your normal hip drop instead. If you feel okay and you want to have a little go, I'll just show you what it looks like.